Yes.
Good evening, everyone. Okay, so let's move on to class. So last class we had discussed about how to configure, how to install role-based strategy plugin and how to enable that plugin and all. So once enable and how to create a users, how to create users and all. Now how to manage and how to assign roles to that particular users and all. So last class already we seen, right? Already we discussed, right? So how to add this is very very important. Suppose if we have multiple jobs, multiple projects, so based on user role, we need to give some, we need to give access level. So that users and all. So if you want to give users that access level, so that is a role based strategy plugin. So just add users and create jobs and go to once a role based strategy plugin enable. If you go to manage Jenkins and we can see this extra options. What is that? manage manage and manage roles. So now I disable, right? We can't see here. So once you enable only we can see that one. So now, so based on user role, so we can give whether read access, write access, admin access, whatever you want, we can enable it. Next, log into admin user, just log into your user, regular user, and so now we can check it whether we can able to access or not, and that so specific permissions applied or not. So anyone any doubt? So that is role based how to create users and how to create roles and how to assign roles to users and how to check it. And also last class we seen, right? So anyone any doubt that role based strategy?
No, sir.
Now already last class also we seen, right? Configure system. This is the global settings for all projects, all jobs. So these are the default workspace and all. And also last class we discussed, right? This is the Maven related. Some memory, if you want to increase memory and all, we can increase this one. And what is the executors? How many executors you want? So if you want to increase, so we can increase, or if you want to, we can so degrade also, decrease also. Scale up and scale down. We can increase, we can scale down also. And these are the so default. These are the common for all projects, all jobs. So this is the go to manage Jenkins and so go to configure system. So under the configuration system and we can set whatever you want. Okay. Now, so remaining here mostly these are the Jenkins URL and all. So for the time being we are using local host, right? But mostly in real time we are using DNS name or IP address. That server IP address. So DNI name or server IP address. Suppose if you want to access IP address, right? So how to get my IP address? So go to here, go to CMD, and so this is the how to get IP address. IP config. This is a command in Windows. IP config. IP config. So if you use IP config, this is my local machine IP. So 192.168.29.80. So this is the subnet and this is the MAC ID and all. So just copy this my IP4 IP address and coming to here. So coming to here and paste it and colon we can use 8080 also. Now see here. Now we can enable. So whatever we want we can set here. Go to here. We can set here. So by default first time I logged in localhost 8080, right? So if you want to we can update it. If you want to we can update it. And so if you want to send any email, system admin email address, if you want to add any email address, so that case we can add. So default with admin. So admin, admin at we can whatever email you want to. So Jenkins dot admin. So actually no reply Jenkins. No reply. No reply at so actually we are giving so that organization email ID. So just we are getting email only, but we cannot read no reply. So that and all we can see notification email from Jenkins to project owners. We will send address in the headers. If you want to, we can set also. And these are the resource. This is the server resource file from the another domain. If you want to connect in real time, suppose we have multiple domains, so that case we are using. For the time, leave it. Now, so in this case, mostly we are updating this one. If you have any domain name, or if you have any, if you want to update that your server IP and all, we can update. This is a Jenkins server base URL. So this is your Jenkins server base URL. So this is your Jenkins server base URL. If you want to, we can update it. And so this one. And mostly here we are using this one. If you come to global properties, global means right. So all environment, global properties. And so here mostly we are using environment variables. So what is environment variable means, by default Jenkins server it is they are providing some default environment variables. Now see here, Jenkins environment variables. If you use Jenkins environment variables, so by default, so these are the default Jenkins environment variables. And if you want to, we can use somewhere. So Jenkins environment variables. Jenkins environment variable, list of Jenkins environment variables. Okay. So these are the default environment variables. Now see here, build number and build ID. What is the build display name? What is the job name? If somewhere if you want to print this name and all, these are the default. So these are the default built-in environment variables. So Jenkins people already they provided. See here, many variables available here. So these are the default the environment variables. See here, so branch underscore name, we can get branch name. Suppose if you want to get URL, build number, underscore number. I want to get ID, build underscore ID. If you want to get name, job underscore name. And so these are the tag, node name, node underscore labels, workspace, Jenkins underscore home, Jenkins underscore URL. So these are the environment variables, but these are the built-in environment variables. Built-in means this environment almost uppercase only, and so these are environment variables provided by Jenkins server. So if somewhere, if you want to print, if you want to print this job name, or somewhere I want to print my Jenkins home directory, right? So what is this? So Jenkins underscore home. Now let me check it how it will work. See here, go to any job. So go to right now I didn't log in, right? Let me log in admin user. So now I log into the admin user, and so now coming to this is the CRM dev job, and go to configuration. So for example, I want to print some environment variables. So go to here first build, and go to add steps, and see here Windows batch. So if you want to print, so this is the syntax echo. I want to print. So suppose if you want to print, so there is right. So percentage Windows and all syntax is different. Linux and all syntax is different. But here percentage, and which environment variable you want to print. There is percentage. Okay, percentage. And so which environment variable you want to print? I want to print this one. What is this? So Jenkins underscore home, or I want to print a workspace home. Just copy those and all. Now see here, I want to print job name. I want to print job name. Coming to here, percentage, job name, again percentage. Percentage. Now before I am printing some echo, so Jen print job name. Now I'm printing. Okay. Now, so now observe here. I print. I am print. Give something. Okay. Now apply. Save. Now if I build now, so now build is done. Now it is done. Build the third is done, and go to console output. Now see here, what is your job name? So CRM underscore dev, right? This is the job name. In script level, if somewhere we can use your job name. So that is, for example, I want to print my workspace. I want to know my workspace. Where is my workspace? So go to configuration section, and so go to here. So go to here, and if you want to print Windows, echo and percentage, echo percentage, echo percentage. and environment variable, built-in environment variable. Which one you want? So I print job name. For example, I want to print my Jenkins URL, Jenkins underscore URL. Copy that one. So Jenkins underscore URL. So Jenkins underscore URL. Jenkins underscore URL. So Jenkins underscore URL. So these are the built-in Jenkins underscore URL. Copy this one. And so coming to here. So coming to here, paste it. And so percentage. Now apply. Save. Now build now. These are the built-in environment variables. Built-in environment variables. And so now we can check. Go to here. What is your what? See here. HTTP colon localhost colon 8080. So 8080 Jenkins URL. URL of Jenkins. This is your Jenkins URL. If you want to print your Jenkins URL, for example, I want to print Jenkins workspace. Where is my workspace? Or I want to print my node name. So node labels. If you are using, or I want to print job name, I print or build number. What is my build number? I want to print it. Copy this one and go to here. Go to configuration section and so configure section and go to Windows. Now understand, guys. So anyone any doubt here? Percentage how to print Windows percent and built-in environment that environment variable name. So now see here, it is printing job name and it is printing job URL Jenkins URL and I am printing so build number also. So like this we can add many things. Whatever you want we can print it. So whatever you want to print it. Okay. So this is build ID change set whatever you want. These are the default. I want to print branch name. So if you have branch name, it will print branch name also. So these are the default. So these are the default environment variables. So default built-in environment variables provided by Jenkins. Provided by Jenkins. Clear, guys? Anyone any doubt here? Let me print our workspace also. So coming to here, echo percentage workspace. So all environment built-in environment variable in which case uppercase. In which case uppercase. Apply. Save. Bill now. Now see here. So what is my bill number? 5, right? So that also I printed. Now see here. Job name CRM dev URL. This is the URL. And so this is the echo 5. What is the build number? Echo 5. And I print somewhere workspace. So default workspace it is printing. This is your default workspace and all. And it is printing. This is the workspace. So everything if you want to we can print. So clear? Anyone any doubt here? You got some idea, right? What is environment variable? These are the built-in environment variables provided by Jenkins only. So whenever if we need, just Google it. They will give list of environment variables. Whenever if we need, we can call it. Now I don't. So now I need my own variables. So how to declare my own variables? So these all are the environment variables, built-in environment variables. This is not user defined. So this is not user defined. These all are the built-in environment variables. Now I want to declare my own environment variables. So once you declare any variable, environment variable, so that variable we can use any project, any job. Got it? This is a global, right? So once you declare any variable, so that variable and all we can call anywhere. That is your wish. Okay. Now this environment variable, so I can call only this job or I can call all projects. Wherever you want, we can call it. Don't confuse here. So this is the global. Global means we can call. Let me copy this one. I want to print. So I am go to other project dashboard. For example, I want to use here .NET. So now see here, click on this. Go to configuration section. So go to configuration section. Go to here and so go to build and Windows. Just copy and paste it. Wherever you want, we can any job, any project we can call it. So now build now. Now see here, these are the global. Global means so now we can call any project. Now see, it is printing or not. These are the built-in. Now I want to declare my own variable, custom variable. I want to declare my own environment variable. That is nothing but a custom environment variables. So how to declare, how to call it. So as of now, anyone, any doubt here? Clear?
Yeah, clear, sir.
Okay. Now how to declare a custom variables. I want to declare my own variables. So go to manage Jenkins. So go to manage Jenkins and so go to configure system. Go to configure system. Under configure system. Now if we come to here, there is environment variables. Environment variables. So if you use environment variables, if you use environment variables, and so there is list of variables. Now click add button. Now see here, if you want to know, click on help button, and so here we can understand what is the so help feature of the list variable. So click so these are the help. This key hyphen value pair apply for every build on your every node. So if you want to call, so like this we need to call. So if you want to call, we need to call like this. So this is the Linux format, and Windows and all we are using percentage. This is the Linux. If you want to call dollar, so open curly brace, key name and closing curly brace. We need to call like this. Now I want to create, I want to add my own variable, custom variable. How to add it? Click on add button and name. This is nothing but, right, key. This is nothing but a key only. So this is nothing but key only. So this is nothing but a key only. This is nothing but a key only. Where it is going? Okay. This is right here. Okay. Now, so if we come to here, how we can pass means ms pay. Now observe here, key and value pair. We need to pass which format? Key and value format only. So key and value. For example, in real time, what are the variables? For example, dev variable, dev username. Okay, dev username. So I'm giving so dev. Okay, 1 2 3. Just understanding purpose. And this is the username, and this is the key, and this is the value. This is the key, and this is the value. And so for example, this is not right username, dev username, and so one dev user one. Just I'm giving. For example, dev user pwd. So I am giving so dev one, dev 1 2 3, whatever you want. So now in this case, this is the key and this is the value. Left side is nothing but key and right side is nothing but value. This is the key and this is the value. This is the key, this is the value. So like this we can declare. So user, test user. Okay. So test user one, and so test password pwd. Okay. I'm giving some name. Okay. So test 1 2 3. So how we need to declare? This is the key and this is the value. This is the key, this is the value. This is the key, this is the value. Left side is nothing but key only. Whenever if you want to print, so we need to use how to print echo. If you want to print echo, so percentage, echo percentage. So echo percentage. What is the key name? Don't call value. We need to call, okay, test user. Now it will print which user? Test user. For example, I want to print echo. So echo percentage. What is the username? This is the so dev key only we need to call it. So only call key value dev user name percentage. Now understand, right? Or whatever it may be. Not only username only. If you want to print password also, we can print password. So echo percentage percentage key name. For example, test password I want to copy. Copy this one. Just paste it and percentage. That's it. Clear, guys? Anyone any doubt here? Anyone any doubt here?
Yeah, fine, sir.
Okay, now same thing I'm going to declare here also. Now user, this is the key. Key means we can pass anything. For example, dev user. I give one dev user. And what is the value? So dev user, just I'm giving dev user 1, that's it. Add. Now for example, dev pwd, this is the key, pwd, and value we can pass anything. So dev 123 add it. Now so one more, so test user, okay, test user 1, this is the key and this is the value. Add it, apply, save. Now see here we can see list of environment variables. Go to environment variable, go to manage Jenkins, and so go to configure system, go to configure system, and so go to here. So where is this environment variables? So these are the environment variables. I don't want this one, that is empty, right? So this is the dev user name. So now we can see. Now I have how many? So see here, dev password, dev user, and so test user. If you want to add password and all. Now I added so this and all. Now how to call this any job? How to call this job? For example, if you want to, I want to print what is my dev user name. So if you want to print, only copy this one. This is my key name, right? Now copy this, and apply save. Just I remember. So go to dev project and go to configuration section. Let me print whether I can call or not. So how can I call? So echo, and so dev user name is, just I'm printing something. Echo percentage. Echo percentage. What is the key value? This is the key value. Now close the percentage. That's it. So now I'm printing. For example, I want to print so test username echo. So user test user is whatever you want. That is next echo percentage. What is the key name? Tell me. Test user, right? Correct? I think test user only.
Yes, sir.
Okay, percentage. Now apply. Save. Now see here. So like this we can call it. So like this we can call it. Whatever you want, we can call like this only. Now see here. This is the I am printing. This is the key. If you call key, automatically what value it is coming? Value only. So this is the key. Automatically it is coming value only. Now see here. Don't call value. So whenever if you want to print, you need to call only key values. So while executing this one, automatically it will call that original value and all. Now let me run it. Apply. Save. Now bill now. Someone is can you put on mute please? Now if you go to here and go to here and go to console output. Now see here. Now see what is this? Actually here are printing two line. If you want to single line, so now see here dev user one. So if you want to print a single line and go to here. Now right, this is the user one. Next, this is the test user one. I call key only. Automatically, it will print so that actual value. So whenever if you want, if you want to declare your own environment variable, if you want to declare your own environment variable, and that case mostly we need to declare in which area. So go to manage Jenkins, and so go to configure system. So this is the path. Go to configure system. Go to configure system. Under configuration system, there is environment variables. Now like this, we can add many environment variables, whatever you want. Now this value I can use anywhere, all projects. I can call any wherever I need, I can call it. So wherever you need, we can call it. Clear?
Yeah, clear, sir.
Okay. Now same way, suppose if you don't want, just delete it. If you don't want, just delete it. Now I want to print a single line. Only I have a password, right? If you don't want, we can delete it. Whenever if we need, we can click and add it. That's it. Very simple. Now go to manage Jenkins and real time also mostly we are using environment variables. So most of the cases we are using environment variables only. Most of the cases we are using environment variable only. Now go to here, configure system, and so environment variables. These are the environment variable. So suppose I want to print, right, single line. So that case, how to print it? I printed two lines, right? Go to here, go to configuration section. Now coming to here, script. I don't want two lines, echo, and so directly we can call. That's it. Test and directly don't next line. Keep it. That's it. Apply, save. Now bill now. So bill now. Go to here. Now go to console output. Now see here. Test user is test user. Dev user name is. Now I print that values. So anyone any doubt here? How to declare environment variables? So mostly in real time, some of common variables, user names. If you want to common variables, so that and all mostly we are declaring which section? Environment variable section. Which section? This environment variable. If we declare any variable environment, so that and all we can call any project. We can use any project or we can call any job. Okay. I hope you got it right. Still anyone any doubt here?
Yeah, clear, sir.
Okay. Now come to here. So now go to manage Jenkins and so go to configure system. Now if we come to here, so now environment variables if you don't want, or if you want to configure any tools, global tools also we can configure. Already you know, right? So what is you know? So already you know global tool configuration section, one tool name is there. So go to manage Jenkins, go here, and there is right global tool configuration. What is this purpose? Configure tools, their locations, and for like Maven and Gradle, Java, whatever any other tools, whatever you want. So we can configure under the global tool configuration section. There is one more also we can configure here also. Same path only. Configure and go to here. This is name Maven. Which Maven version you are using. So we can set that path and all. We can set that path and all. So if you already I configure it, again no need to configure here. It is very simple only. Now, so these all are mostly we are not using. And if you want to, there is a health check metrics and all. We'll see that any graph and all. Enable that is Git and these are the common timestamp. If you want to set timestamp and all, fingerprint and there is a email. This is GitHub. So if you want to add any servers, so that case mostly we are using so servers and all. So what is the server URL and which what is the name, what is the credentials? If you want to connect that particular server, not only GitHub server, Bitbucket server that and all mostly we are using here. But before adding here, so make sure that we have proper credentials and proper URL and we need to add it and test connection. It will work. Test connection, it will work. So now get server and so github.com coming to here. So this is API and credentials. So now see here GitHub API enterprise API URL ends with so API we need to give follow some syntax and all. So this is a public, right? So private and all we have that pattern and so these are the default one only. It won't connect. So validate account. So this account it won't work. So if you want to add any, right, servers in real time, we are using sometimes private servers we are maintaining, right? So that and all we can add here. So these are same simple only. If you want to add anytime, that's what. This is the APIs. If you want to call any API, this is the GitHub Enterprise Server endpoint URL name. These and all provided by admin people. You don't worry. So if you want to configure anything, Just we are ask any network team, so they will give that endpoint URL and what is that server name. So we can easily configure. We can easily configure. So we can easily configure. And so this is also very important. Global pipeline libraries and all. So this is the shared library actually. Next class I will show you. So sometimes we are using this one also. Global pipeline libraries. So this is nothing but in interview. This is many people they asked what is shared libraries in Jenkins. Shared. Shared means shared library in Jenkins. Shared library in Jenkins. So if you use this, see, shared library is a Jenkins. Shared library is a Jenkins is a collection of script. For example, I have 100 projects. So I have 100 projects. This is my Jenkins server. So right, yesterday also we discussed 100 projects. So in 100 projects, so I have some common steps. That is scripting and all. If you go each project, every time we need to implement that steps and all, right? Common steps. So that is the case. What we will do. So there is a one option is there. Anyway, next class I will show you. This is the share library. Whatever steps common for all projects. So that steps and all we are written in the one file. So that is the Groovy script. That is the Groovy script. So that script and all we can use a different Jenkins jobs. No need to implement again and again. Now got it right? So for example, I have some steps, common functionality. I have 100 jobs. So if you want to configure 100 jobs, we need to configure it. That is a time waste. Correct? Now that common steps and all, we are going to write one script. We are going to implement one file. So that file we can that script and all we can use multiple jobs, multiple projects, Jenkins jobs. So that is the share library. So anyway, next class I will show you how to create that and all. We'll see. So we need to do some configuration and all. This is the library, and these are and all. Next global Git plugin and all. And here there is mostly we are using so email. So email means once build is succeeded, automatically I want to get email. Once build is failed, automatically we need to send email to use that resources employees, right? So that case we need to configure email, but Gmail and all it won't work now. So last year they blocked, so the Gmail people they blocked, but real time they will provide this information, SMTP server. So this is very simple only 2 3 steps configuration. SMTP, simple mail, TP, transfer protocol. That so organized level they are maintaining one server, so they will give, and also port number they are maintaining. They will give port number, and so they will give that right. Uh, what is this? They will give port number. They will give server number, and so they will give some extra that list also. So this list and all we can add it. So the main thing is only we need that server. This is the SMTP server URL and port number. Only two is mandatory. So if you ask admin team, even I also I am check with my admin team, and they will give our email. Each organization they are maintaining separate email server, simple mail transfer protocol, and every organization they are maintaining one server. And so if you check with admin team, they will give that port number, which port number it is running. So which port number? The SNTP default port number so 654, and here this is the which port number is that 25, and SMTP default port number, Gmail port number is different, 443. SMTP, so default port, SMTP default for, see here, default 25, so 465, I think 465. Simple mail. If you are using Gmail and all, Gmail SMTP default port number, Gmail SMTP port number. This is the Gmail SMTP port number. So now we can say 645. Sorry, 465, right? This is a 465. So, but anyway, this is Gmail and all, it won't work. But real time, this configuration are very simple only. So just we need to check with admin team. They will provide, just copy and give that port number. That's it. Next remaining, we need to add this default email suffix and all. So what is the default email suffix? Mostly we are using our organization extension only. So our organization extension only, and content default content type what you want, HTML format. So this is very simple only. So don't so confuse here. What is the default content? What you want? So they want to print job name and bill number and job status. If you want to some more additional, just add it, you know, right? So that is the built-in environment variables. Already you know many environment variables, just copy and paste it here. So we can print this is the default content. So this is the default content. If you want to, we can add it. So this mostly we are editing only, we are not going to do anything. So if you create freshly, if you create new job, that case we need to configure all these things. If someone already they created means 99% already they configure each and everything. So just we are updating that recipient list, or sometimes if you remove the recipient list, sometimes if you want to add remove that recipient, that one only mostly I am updating. So we are also updating. But scratch level, that case we need to check with admin team, and they will give this SMTP port server, and they will provide that SMTP port. Remaining story same as usual. But Gmail and all it won't work now. Now they blocked. So 1 year back, that security breaches, that Gmail people they won't allow. We are not getting any emails and all. Earlier it is working 1 year back. Now it won't work. Clear, guys? Anyone any doubt here? So if once build is success or fail, so if you want to get email, so that case we can check it. So we can check it. So we need to configure. We need to add. So let me open. So my. mm, last 1 year back I configure. I will show you how it will get in Cognizant. So Gmail 15713. So here we can check. So from Jenkins, mm, Jenkins all mail inbox. We go here 1 year back. Now see here like this sample. See already at that time it is working. This is 2021. It is working. So now they updated. Now it won't work. Gmail and all in Jenkins server. See here, Maven project build number 20 successfully done. So for each build and failure and all, I will get a notification. So logs also I attached. Logs also attached. So like this. So what is happening and all, we can check it. So in real time we are configuring, but right now it won't work. In Gmail and all, it won't work. Clear, guys? Anyone any doubt?
Yeah, clear, sir.
Okay, but real time this is very simple only. If you check with an admin team, they will give SMTP port now server, and they will provide a port number, and remaining we can add emails and all we are adding, and very simple only. So like this we will get so every build once build is success or fail. If fail months we will get fail email, build fail. See here, test email and build successful, build fail. So this is the four build sample project build number 4 is successful, and next time I failed. See, fail also will get email. Success also will get email like this. So we can configure. See here, from it is coming from, and so it is. This is a link, and it is coming from like this. We can configure emails and all. So extension. This is the mail at gmail.com. But in real time, we are giving our organizational only. So what is your organization? abc.com, xyz.com. Like that, we are configured. But right now Gmail and all it won't work. Security issue. They won't allow. So this and all mostly we are configuring. You don't worry. Even if you Google it also, we can easily configure. Now these are the extension email and all same. Whatever they given, now you can configure. So these are the some of common mostly we are using. So environment variables. and so email notification in this section. So in configure section, mostly we are using environment variables, how to declare environment variables, and so how to configure emails and all. And if you have any servers like GitHub server, or Bitbucket server, or Sonar Cube server, so that and all we can configure. Sonar Cube server and any GitHub server, this and all. GitHub server, and also if we have any other servers, so that and all we can configure here also. So that and all we can configure here also. And environment variables, environment variables. Next, whatever right, that any path, local repository, maven local path, some common points. And if you want to increase our so scale up and scale down executors, build executors, these all are not mandatory. So based on your requirement, whatever you want, we can update here. So whatever you want, we can update here. Clear?
Yeah, clear, sir.
Now coming to here. Now, so go to any project. Go to project. Now already here we see go to configuration section. So this configure and all only project specific, but this configuration and all global. Don't confuse here. If you go to manage Jenkins and if you go to configure system, these configuration global for all projects, all jobs. Whatever you updated here, this is applicable for all projects. But if you want to update only project specific, I want to update only that particular job. So that case, go to that project. There is one more configuration is there. This is your particular project configuration. This is the particular project configuration. So don't confuse here. Okay. So this is only specific project name. PRM hyper stage. This is my project name. This is my job name. What if you want to update any configuration in your job? So that case, go to dashboard and go to here and go to configure section. This is specific project. Go to dashboard and go to manage Jenkins and go to this one configure system. This is the global. Global means for all projects, common for all jobs. Okay, just make sure that don't confuse here. So what is the difference between this one and this one? This is the global, that is the specific project. This is the global. Now here also we can understand, right? So if you go to here, here itself we can understand. You see, configure global settings, configure global. And so if you want to specific project, so select project, go to configure, and so now, so these are the specific project. Clear? Hello?
Yeah, clear, sir.
Okay. Now already you know Discard how to build and all. Now there is one more option is there. This project is parameterized. So what is Jenkins parameterized? So parameterized means runtime. I want to pass some parameters. For example, so let me configure. This is a dev, right? So go to source code management and so select Git and so let me configure my Git as a repository and all specific repository, whatever it may be. So let me configure anyone and go to repositories and coming to Maven repository, anything that is your wish. So anyway, which branch? Development branch. So copy this code and copy this URL HTTPS. So coming to here and paste it. You know, right? How to configure. I hope everyone know. What is my credential ID? So this is my what is this? Git Maven Tomcat credential, new Tomcat, latest Tomcat credential, and EC2. This is my repository credential. And what is the branch name? Dev, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Different.
Apply save. Now, if I run this job, so which branch it is running? Master branch or dev branch or test branch?
Dev
Dev
branch.
only. But runtime I want to select. So where I want to run this project? which project, which branch. Now see here, it is running, no problem. But see here, so if you go to console, it is running. It is running which branch dev only. It is get the source code and all dev only. Get the source code and all dev branch only. No, no, no. So runtime I want to select that branches and all. So how to pass those and all? There is one option is there. If you go to any project, go to configuration section, parameterized. There is one option is there. This project is parameterized. If you select this one and add parameters, so these many ways we can pass your parameters. So see here, there is many ways we can pass parameters. So Boolean parameter, choice parameter, credential parameter, file parameter, multi-line string parameter, password parameter, run parameter, string parameter. So these many ways. So these are the parameters. This project is parameterized. So how many ways we can pass parameters? Boolean, true or false, choice parameter, credential parameter, file parameter, list. These are the multiple ways. Now see here. Now let me select the choice parameter. Choice is nothing but right, which one you want. So whether which parameter. For example, branch name, branch name. Now choice. For example, which dev? Master branch, dev branch, test branch, feature branch. Now see here, these are the choice. How many branches? See here, these are the choice. Choice is nothing but see here, this is the potential choice, one per line. So the value on the first line will be the default one. Which is the first here?
Master.
Master is the default. So I don't want masters or first default. Just change it. Dev. So master is I am keeping it last. Okay. Now see here, this is the name. We can give any name, guys. This is understanding purpose. I given branch name or select branch name. Okay. Select branch name. Now these are the branches. Choice. Which one you want? Dev, test, feature, master, whatever you want. So apply, save. Now see here. Now, so earlier we can see build now. Now can you see that option here? Now if you come to here, if you come to this job, so now we can see build now. Correct?
Yes, yes, sir.
Now if you come to here, this job, stage, not stage, which one I configure? Dev, right? Now
Dev.
see here, build with parameters. There is no build. Now I configure parameters, right?
Yes, yes, sir.
Now build with parameters. Click on build with parameter. Now select a branch name. Which branch you want to trigger the build? Now see here, this is a choice. In real time, we are giving like this. Suppose if we have multiple branches and I want to select runtime where I want to execute that and all. Now see here, I want to test branch. Select this one, build now. Now see here. Now see. No, I don't want here. So I want to select. So build with parameters. And this time I want to execute feature branch. Build now. Now go to see. But right now I didn't configure fully. Now understand right how it will work.
Yes, yes.
Okay, like this we are calling. So like this we are passing parameters, choice parameters. Choice means so mostly, so suppose if we have multiple names and so dynamically I want to select. So that case now anyway right, branches and all, what is branch and all, now we can easily understand. So go to here, so go to job name and go to configure section, go to configuration section, and so now see here, this is a choice. And same way I want to add one more, for example, choice boolean parameter, credential parameter, and string parameters, whatever you want. This is boolean is nothing but true or false, that's it. Boolean is nothing but true or false. That is true. If we see here Boolean parameter, so defines the simple Boolean parameter which you can use during the build, either the environment variables or through the variable subscription in the some other part of the configuration. The string value will be the true or false. That's it. The string value will be true or false. true or false. That's it. Only it will give boolean is nothing but true or false. Right? A boolean, true or false. Choice means we can pass many things. Which size you want to select. So let me give, that is I given like boolean. mm, boo, yes, I'm giving like boolean test, whatever you name. Set, if you want to set a default, we can set it. Description also we can set it. So that's it. True or false, right? Boolean, right? True or false. That's it. Apply. Save. Now coming to here. Now see here, default boolean selected. See here, this is true or false. This is the description only. So this is the description only. So now we can select whatever we want. We can trigger the build. This is based on your situation, guys. Suppose sometimes, so if condition is true only, I want to execute. So that case we can use this boolean and all. Anyway, I will show you script level how it will work. So for the time being, just try to understand. So what is these parameters? So how many ways we can pass parameters, and what is the main use, right? So main use. So like this is a choice parameter. Now if you go to configure, if you go to configuration section, and so let me come to here. This is a choice, right? So if you don't want, we can remove it. Now I want to add one more, mm, password parameter, name, password. I am passing so default. So test. See here, password means we cannot see. See here. So generally earlier we can see that content. Now this is the password, right? Password means hidden format. Password format, and so description. This is repo password. Just I given for understanding purpose. So apply, save. Now build with parameters. Build with parameters. Now see here, password already done. Already password by default it is set. I given some password, and if you want to change password, we can change it. If you want to update, so this is the dev. For example, this is a branch name. For my branch password, I have different password. That case we can password. This is the password parameter. So this is the password parameter. So like this we can declare. So interval also people ask. So I want to select so specific branch or branch name or some of the names and all. So that case we go for what is this? So this is the, so this is the go to manage Jenkins. Not right. Go to specific project. So go to here. Go to project name. Go to configuration section. And so here there is a this project is parameterized. While triggering the build, I want to pass some parameters. I want to give some parameters. So how to select? So with the help of we can select it. So next class I will show you more on so how it will work, how to declare and all. Now clear, guys? Anyone any doubt here?
Yeah, clear, sir.
Okay. So that's it from my side. If we have any doubt, we can ask, or else we'll wind up.